Hello, Packers fans, wherever you may be. It's time for another edition of the Pack Attack Cast. We've got some late breaking news before Packers versus Bengals, so I wanted to drop that on you. In addition, I wanted to go over a couple of parlays for the game if you're interested in gambling on Packers versus Bengals. So, first off, we have our inactives that just dropped a few minutes ago. And the big news here is kicker Brandon McMannus, who is dealing with a quad injury, has been declared inactive and will not play in the game Sunday versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Lucas Havrisk, who was signed by the Green Bay Packers on Saturday, will be the active kicker for your game. Important note here, Lucas Navrisk has a pretty good track record within 40 yards when it comes to field goals, but outside of 40 yards for field goals, he gets a little iffy with his track record. So between that and the special teams issues that we've had in the last couple weeks, I'm very concerned about how this might impact the game. So look for the Packers to be very conservative when it comes to field goals in this game. What that means to me is the Packers are going to be more likely to go on 4th and short if they're more than 40 yards away from the end zone. So, for example, let's say it's at the 40-yard line and it would be an iffy kick for this kicker, and it's 4th and 3, 4th and 2. Look for the Packers to be more aggressive on 4th down because they're much more confident in their offense than a backup kicker. So look for the Packers to be more aggressive on offense here. So that's big news that Brandon McMannus will be out for your Green Bay Packers today. Good news is the Packers' offensive line appears to be intact as Zach Tom, Aaron Banks will both be active in this game, and Rasheed Walker is also going to be active in this game. So let's take a look at your inactives for the Packers and the Bengals. We have Brandon McMannus out. Kamal Haddon is out. That tells me also that that's a good sign for Nate Hobbs that Kamal Haddon has been ruled out for the game as a healthy scratch. Anthony Belton is out as expected. Devontae Wyatt is out as expected. For the Bengals, they have cornerback Marco Wilson out. Dylan Fairchild is out. Jermaine Burton is out. Tight end Cam Grandy is out. Jordan Jefferson is out at defensive tackle. And defensive end, this is a big one. This was an expected out, would be Shamar Stewart. So there's your update on injuries for the game. But again, the big news and note, Brandon McMannus is out due to his quad injury and will be going with Lucas Havrisk, who was signed on Saturday as your active kicker. Now, this is very important because we know the Packers' special teams has been a little iffy so far this season, but now that we have a kicker who has not practiced with the snapper or the holder, it's going to be interesting to see how the Packers handle this. Again, I think they're going to be very conservative with relying on the kicking game, and they're going to go all steam ahead on offense. That means they're going to be more aggressive in the red zone, in my opinion. I think they're going to be more aggressive on 4th and short in this game because the kicking game is going to be less consistent than the Packers' offense. So there's my news and notes. Now, what I want to do now is we're going to look at a couple bets that I like in this game. So we're going to take a look at some bets I like in this game. So let's go ahead and share my screen. I've got a bunch of parlays in this game that I'm very excited about. First of all, we have the Packers to win. I don't like the Packers to cover the spread, but in most of my picks this week, I'm taking the Packers to win, not cover. So Packers to win. Packers, we're going to take the over, which is 44.5. In this particular bet, I'm taking Micah Parsons to take a sack or get a sack, and Rashawn Gary to record a sack. I think there's going to be lots of sacks to be had in this game. So that's a simple 4-play wager. So you're taking the Packers to win, the over, Micah Parsons to get a sack, and Rashawn Gary to get a sack. Next up that I like next parlay that I have quite a few parlays in this game. I'm very excited about various options in this game. So again, another simple one. We've got the over, Packers to win, Jordan Love 200 yards, very doable, Tucker Kraft plus 30, and Josh Jacobs plus 60 rushing. That's, I think, a very safe parlay for you to take. Some other parlays I have in this game. Again, I have quite a bit. We've got, again, the over, Jordan Love plus 200 yards, Matthew Golden plus 25, Tucker Kraft plus 30, Jordan Love 2 passing touchdowns, Josh Jacobs plus 70 yards rushing, and Josh Jacobs plus 70 rushing and receiving, and Josh Jacobs plus 60 yards rushing. Again, I think a very doable parlay for this game. Another good parlay I like, again, I've got quite a bit in this game. So we've got the Packers to win. Again, we have the over. Jordan Love plus 225. Tucker Kraft plus 30. Josh Jacobs plus 60. Jordan Love 2 passing touchdowns. Love that one. And those are... I thought I had one more big parlay. Okay, here's my live parlay just on easy winners. That's going pretty well so far. Then I thought I had one more big parlay. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, I had another big parlay. It's not showing up right now, but those are 4 very simple parlays that I recommend for this game. So that's it. We just wanted to go over the inactives real quick and give you a couple parlays to play if you're so inclined while you watch your Green Bay Packers. And we will see you soon for another edition of the Pack Attack Cast. We'll probably break this down on Monday with an extended post-game show. I have a commitment in the evening tonight, and this game is probably going to go right up to that commitment. But we'll have a full breakdown of hopefully the Packer victory on Monday morning. We'll see you then. As always, go Pack Go and enjoy the game. Talk to you later, and fingers crossed for our backup kicker not having to make a field goal to win this game. We'll see you tomorrow.